Hello everybody, hope you're having a great day. Well, I'm making very simple refrigerator pickles. These are bread and butter style refrigerator pickles, and that means they're very simple to make, and once you make them you just put them in the refrigerator. Let me show you how to do it. I just picked these from the garden. They're pickling cucumbers, and let me give them a rinse. And now all we have to do is begin to slice them up, and you want to make them about 1/4 of an inch thick. These are kind of small, and like I say, I'm not going to make a lot of pickles, and if you've never made your own pickles, I want to encourage you to do that. Give it a try. It's really easy. Just take your time and carefully slice these up. Try to get them about the same size, and then I'm going to put them over in a bowl. Do you like pickles? Well, I'll tell you what, homemade is the best because you can fine tune them to your particular preference, and so a particular sweetness or spiciness one way or another. And that's about half of them sliced up, and now we want to put some kosher salt on, and you need to use kosher salt and not table salt, because table salt has iodine in it. And give that a quick toss, and then we want to go ahead and slice up the rest of these cucumbers. Get them all in the bowl and then add more salt. We're going to go for about, I guess, 1 tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of kosher salt. Put some plastic film wrap on top, and we want to pop these in the refrigerator and start chilling them. And while they're in the refrigerator, we want to slice an onion. This is definitely more of an onion than I need, so we'll cut this in half and peel it. And I'm only going to need maybe 1/4 of this, or 1/4 of an onion, really. And you want to slice it nice and thin. This is just for flavoring in the pickles. So take your time, be careful, and slice it about as thin as you can. Just like that. And then we want to break up those pieces, little half rings. Okay, the next thing is to add the onions to the cucumbers. I've got a little piece of onion here on the knife. We'll break that up, put it in the bowl, and then add the rest of this onion. Again, it's 1/4 of an onion, and more salt. The salt helps draw the water out of the vegetables, and hopefully they'll be a little more crisp that way. Put the plastic wrap back on and back in the refrigerator for a couple of hours. And now it's been a couple of hours, and we see, look at all that liquid that's been drawn out. And we put that in a strainer, and we want to go and rinse thoroughly the cucumbers. And now we want to add 1/2 cup of white vinegar. We're going to make the brine for the pickles. 1/2 cup of apple cider vinegar. Make sure you really rinse those cucumbers off. You want to get all that salt off. Then 1/2 cup of sugar, just plain white sugar. And then about 1/2 cup of light brown sugar. Okay. And then 2 whole cloves. And then 1/8 teaspoon of celery seed. Just sprinkle it in. That's about right. And 1/4 teaspoon of mustard seed. And then turmeric, about 1/8 of a teaspoon. I'm just going to sprinkle it in. A little extra won't hurt. And then 1/4 teaspoon of whole peppercorns. And now it's time for some heat. We'll get that warming up. And I put the cucumbers in a measuring cup so you can see it's about 2 cups, a little over 2 cups of cucumbers. And then into a pint jar it goes. The cucumbers and the onion. Make sure you rinse it really well. You want to rinse them. I probably rinsed them for 3 minutes. Okay. Pack those in, and it just fills up 1 pint jar. Now the pickling liquid has come to a simmer, and I let it simmer for about a minute, and then turn off the heat and pour the hot liquid right over the cucumbers. And you want to be very careful, of course, it's very hot, and you only want enough to fill the jar, obviously. So be careful, it's very simple. And of course you could make a lot more than this, but I'm just making one jar. So once it's filled, there you have it. It's that simple. Bread and butter refrigerator pickles, and once it cools you just put a lid on it and put it in the refrigerator, and they'll be ready to eat within a day to a week. It'll last a couple of months in the refrigerator, but these will all be gone within a month. Well, that's how you make very simple bread and butter refrigerator pickles. Hey, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you next time. Bye now.